boys' time.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle's right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can.
Well, Daddy lost most everything on horse whiskey and wedding.
And I hope you didn't turn off Monday Night Football when it looked like the game was over, because turns out the game was not over, and that's because Minnesota might have found itself a star quarterback in JJ McCarthy, the rookie. Made his debut last night after missing all of last season with an injury. Happened to, coincidentally, come in his hometown of Chicago, and it didn't start well, but it ended perfectly. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, so quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. In the next segment, about 20 minutes, David Cobb's going to join me. Of course, covers college football, college basketball for CBS Sports. Cobb's going to be here. We'll talk all things college football with him. He'll join me in about 20 minutes. Finish talking to him, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, we now have a kickoff time for Memphis, Arkansas at Simmons Bank. It's going to be in 2 Saturdays. I'll tell you what it is. We'll do it in about 40 minutes. The New York Giants have decided that Russell Wilson will remain QB1. Does Bennett approve of that personnel decision? I'll ask him. We'll do that a little later on in the show. Tyreek Hill's estranged wife has formally accused him of 8 different instances of domestic violence. That's a lot of stuff. Ugly, connected to the Dolphins star. I'll give you the details best I can. We'll do that in just a bit. The fan in Buffalo who put his hands on Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins during Sunday night's massive game between the Bills and Ravens has been indefinitely banned from all NFL stadiums. Does the punishment fit the crime? We'll discuss. We'll do that in the 3rd segment. And a new trailer has dropped for Song Sung Blue, a new film written and co-produced and directed by our buddy, Memphis' own Craig Brewer. Looks awesome. I'll tell you when you can see that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout. We'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start with Monday Night Football because week 1 of the 2025 NFL season, it is now in the books. The first edition of Monday Night Football delivered just like the first edition of Sunday Night Football delivered. Final score last night, Vikings 27, Bears 24. Minnesota trailed, if you were watching, 17-6 with 12-14 remaining. The Bears were on their way to starting 1-0, on their way to giving Big Bet Bennett his first loss of this NFL season. But then the legend of JJ McCarthy in Minnesota, it might have been born. The rookie quarterback connected with Justin Jefferson to cut the deficit to 17-12. Less than 3 minutes after that, he connected with Aaron Jones Sr. to give the Vikings a 20-17 lead. And then roughly 7 minutes after that, ran one in from 14 yards out to give Minnesota a 27-17 advantage. Late touchdown by the Bears, made no difference in the outcome. Added up, JJ McCarthy in the game, 13-20, in the air, 143 yards. That was in his NFL debut. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. All of that came in the final 12-13 of regulation. And that makes JJ McCarthy the first player in NFL history to have 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of his NFL debut. Big Bet Bennett, congrats on not believing in the Bears. Per usual, it was a good strategy. You had a Vikings ticket. You cashed it. What'd you make of what JJ McCarthy did in the fourth quarter last night?
It was very impressive. I, like everybody else, was watching the first half of that game just thinking, oh man, did they like F up here? Not re-signing Sam Darnold.
Because they could have.
Yeah, they for sure could have. And he was awesome. JJ was awesome last night. I also think the Bears play a little role in that. It's why I picked the Vikings last night, because the Bears just, that poor franchise, I feel so bad for Bears fans. Like, they always find a way to lose. They just do.
I have a theory that being a Bears fan is a lot like being a Mets fan. Mm-hmm. You have this iconic team from the 80s.
Yes.
Right in the middle of the 80s.
Yep.
The Bears win a Super Bowl, Mets win the World Series. And it's a Super Bowl champion team that everybody remembers. Mm-hmm. Like if I just started 2000, I'm not trying to pop quiz you here, but like 2003 Super Bowl winner. Do you have any idea?
2003 Super Bowl? Was that the Ravens?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
But everybody knows the Bears. Everybody knows Jim McMahon. Everybody knows Walter Payton. Everybody knows Refrigerator Perry. Everybody knows the Super Bowl Shuffle, right? Mm-hmm. Like, even if you didn't live through that, you're probably aware of it. And if you lived through it, it's impossible not to be aware of it. That was a massive deal, unlike a normal Super Bowl champion. They're all great, I guess, but that one stands out in time. 86 Mets, exact same thing. Everybody knows Doc Gooden, Darryl Strawberry. Yep. You might not remember every World Series champion throughout baseball history or even throughout your life, but most people are aware that the 86 Mets mattered. And that latches a lot of fans on all over the country. Mm-hmm. There's Bear fans in every state in this country.
Yep.
There are Mets fans in every state in this country. And you get sucked in the mid-'80s because of this iconic team. And then it's just miserable, like for the next 40 years. Mm-hmm. It's just mostly miserable.
Yeah, and I think like if you gave most Bears fans would say, I'm not surprised that. Like, I don't think any Bears fan was watching that last night. Like, I can't believe we let this happen.
No, you're waiting for it to happen.
You're waiting for it to happen. When it was 17-6, I think it was 17-6 at the start of the fourth quarter.
17-6 with 12-13 left.
And I'm sitting there thinking, that's not enough. That is not enough.
Turned out not to be enough.
Yeah, it did not turn out to be enough.
Turned out not to be enough. It really is a fascinating story in Minneapolis. The background for the casuals, if you're a casual, here's the background on it. Like Bennett noted, they drafted JJ McCarthy 10th overall last year, right? He was the 5th quarterback taken in the 2024 NFL draft, but 10th overall. You can do the math on that. 5 of the first 10 picks were quarterbacks. He gets injured in the preseason and is done for the year, right? So Minnesota ends up rolling with Sam Darnold all year long. And he leads them to a 14-3 record. Like, they were good. And they could have franchise tagged him. Like, let's just keep riding with this thing. Pretty good here. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. Nope. Let's give the ball to the rookie. All right? Let's take a quarterback who led us to a 14-3 record and throw him away and give the ball to somebody who has quite literally never played an NFL regular season game before. All right? That's what they did. That's a risk. Mm-hmm. it's an understandable risk for a lot of different reasons. It's much more economically feasible to have a rookie quarterback than what you would have had to pay Sam Darnold if you franchise tagged him, which is the way they could have kept him.
Yeah.
So some of this is the money connected to each player, but still, you have a veteran quarterback who just led you to a 14-3 record. Get him out of here. We're going to give the ball to the kid who had never had it yet, not on this stage. And then in his first game in the NFL, which happens to be in his hometown of Chicago, he delivers. Not great through 3 quarters, had the pick, but then he delivers. And when it was over, I don't know if you've seen this, but Kevin O'Connell had like a just excellent locker room speech that ran for about 4 minutes where he was addressing all sorts of things. But at one point, he does single out JJ McCarthy in the locker room. And Kyra, if you have it queued up, let's watch that moment together.
Happens. This feeling that we have right now does not happen without one other guy. All right? Did not go the way any of us wanted. This guy, all right, I could tell from the jump, he was poised. He was poised. But this guy didn't quit me, and you always thought he would figure it out. 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown all in the second half. That's why you guys put a C on his chest. That's why he's going to break his neck right now.
Hey, this is the beginning, but I think we proved something to ourselves tonight. We know what we got in the tape, and let's let it out every week. On to the next one, boys. Family on me, family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's all I need to see. Show me the fourth quarter. Show me that. That's all I need to see to know that they've got the guy.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is it just because there was even a moment in the first half when he's they're losing. He's going up and down the sidelines. He's dapping up his offensive linemen and stuff like that. And it's kind of easy to roll your eyes at that. It's like, come on, this is a veteran-laden team. Like, you're the young guy. You're playing bad.
Right.
And you're
at some point, hey, Dave, put your little rah-rah shit up and let's play football.
Right. And so I think that, like, again, especially with a team that's laden with veterans, like, I think that really, really helps them the rest of the way because he clearly earned their respect in the second half of that game. And now they know he can do that. So you start a game in the whole, well, we've seen what JJ can do, and you have confidence in that guy, and it just changes your outlook.
I'll take it a step further. I think he earned their respect before last night even happened. And that's what that locker room was. I think he confirmed that he's worthy of their respect with what he did in the fourth quarter. But it was clear to me the way they responded to him, the way his coach singled him out, and the way the players reacted in that locker room, it was clear to me that they believe in that guy. They respect that guy. I know I'm saying this as a non-player.
Yeah, right. That's right.
I know I'm a non-player. But that tells me something. First, let's just start with the head coach. None of this gets made this way, these decisions, without his approval, right? I'm not saying he has veto power on everything, but you're not going to move on from a quarterback who took you 14-3,
right?
Unless the coach is like, I'm comfortable doing this. At least that's what I believe. So just the action of moving on from Sam Darnold and committing to JJ McCarthy, even though he's never played in an NFL game in the regular season, suggests an incredible amount of belief in what you've got. Keep in mind, it's not like they just drafted him and now they're trying to figure out. They drafted him and he got hurt, but they've spent a lot of time around him. He was there all last year. He was in the building all last year. Maybe he wasn't at every workout the way you would like, not in uniform, but he was in the building every day. They've been around him for a while. And they reached a point where they believed we've got something here. Sure, the money matters, but to get to a place where you're comfortable moving on from a quarterback who led you to a 14-3 record to hand that ball to somebody who's never done it, like, there's an obvious level of belief in him for you to do that. And then we have to watch it, and it didn't look great for 3 quarters last night. But it got great when it was time to get great. When the lights were on, the money's down, as they say. Can you deliver? And what Kevin O'Connell said after the game to me meant everything. You guys have always believed in him. This is why you put a C on his chest. Think about that. You mentioned it. Veteran team. Won a lot of games. They made him a captain. Never played an NFL game before. What does that say about somebody? Like, that says something to me about who that guy is. And oh, by the way, you start just like doing a little bit of background stuff on him. You know what his record is dating back to high school as a starting quarterback? Hey, the game's starting. He's our quarterback. He's played 67 games as the starting quarterback since the beginning of his high school career. What do you think the record is?
Pretty good.
64-3.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a damn winner.
He's a damn winner. Different sports, but I think similar mindsets. I remember conversation I had with Greg Marshall, the former Wichita State basketball coach. And it was after Wichita State went to the Final Four, sort of surprisingly. They're really good, but people didn't expect them to go to the Final Four. They go to the Final Four, and then they bring back some real pieces from that Final Four team. Among them, Ron Baker and Fred VanVleet. To the extent people remember anything about those Wichita State teams, I think they forget that Fred VanVleet was not the star of both of those really good teams. The Final Four team, Fred came off the bench. The next year, he was the starting point guard, and they were undefeated heading into the NCAA tournament. They perfect in the regular season, won the MVC tournament, and ran into one of Cal's Kentucky teams that had disappointed all season and gotten an 8 seed in the bracket. So Wichita State was a 1, and I was there for that game as a 1 versus 8 second-round game in St. Louis. And even though Wichita State was excellent, Kentucky had the better roster, and Kentucky won the game. But in the middle of that season, I think it was in January, I went to Wichita. It was this situation where Kansas was playing on Saturday at home and then on Monday night at home. And so I was at Allen Fieldhouse on Saturday, drove to Wichita on Sunday to spend time with Greg Marshall and Fred VanVleet and Ron Baker on Monday morning, and then drove back to Lawrence, Kansas on Monday night for what was a big Monday game back inside Allen Fieldhouse. And I was talking to Greg Marshall about the recruiting process. It's like, how did you end up with Fred VanVleet? He wasn't a heralded prospect and isn't from the area. How did you end up with him? And he said, he was on my radar for whatever reason. He was on my radar. And I would go watch him play. And he played for a whatever grassroots team. It wasn't like he played for Team Thad or Team Penny or Mocan Elite or one of the established EYBL teams. It was basically just his local neighborhood grassroots team. Like, you were never going to walk in and see Fred VanVleet, or rarely going to see Fred VanVleet in a gym on the main court in these big events. But in the off chance that he got into a game against another point guard whose name resonated on the national level at all, Greg Marshall said he just always won. I would go watch him play, and it'd be, here's Fred VanVleet against the third-ranked point guard in the country. And he might not wow you, but his team would win the game. And it's like, okay, next week, here's Fred VanVleet, his team. Got like one Division I player on it. It's Fred and just a bunch of guys. And they're playing the 7th-ranked point guard in the country. And he beat him again. Just kept winning. He just, every time I watched him play, this is what he said. Every time I watched him play, he won the game. I don't know how. I don't know why. His team wasn't always favored. They weren't always supposed to win. But you looked up at the end, and Fred VanVleet's team always wins. And then that carried over to college, and, you know, he's an NBA champion. Mm-hmm. He's a winner. There's something about him. JJ McCarthy seems to have that, whatever that is. He wins. He gets things done. And that's got to be among the reasons that franchise believed in him, were willing to give him the keys to an incredible football team, or at least potentially incredible football team. They're giving him the keys to it. They were comfortable to do that. They recognized what they had. And then we all got to see it last night. That was a big moment.
Yep.
That was a big moment. I don't know. You're more of a diehard NFL fan than I am, but I imagine there can't be many better feelings for a fan than reaching a point where you believe you've got a stud young quarterback. Now, it can come and go. We might revisit this in 6 weeks and be like, man, he's struggling. And maybe we shouldn't have focused on the final 12 and a half minutes of that season opener as much as we focused on the first 3 quarters, which weren't that good. We'll see. But last night was a big moment for that franchise, a big moment for him, and a big moment for, I think, Vikings fans. It looks like they found somebody who's made of the right stuff to get things done. He delivered last night. Vikings are 1-0. The Bears 0-1. David Cobb's up next.
How did they sell you on Memphis?
Well, really just I was really looking at the success that Memphis had, something I wanted to be a part of, and then the reputation Coach Silverfield and Coach Cramsey had as an OC, the things that he was able to do with Seth and the things that he's done in his career. I felt like that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I felt myself being able to excel in his offense. And also, I looked at the weapons around and everybody that I was going to be playing it with.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
South, we're inside the Built Ford Tough studio, and David Cobb covers college football, college basketball for CBS Sports. He's joining me right now on Zoom. David Cobb, it's GP. How you doing on this Tuesday?
Hey, what's up, man? We usually congregate on multimedia channels to discuss college basketball, so this will be fun getting into a little college football.
Okay, but I think I got a bone to pick with you, or at least somebody you work with, because I looked at the rankings at CBSSports.com yesterday, as you know, and it has Memphis at number 62, dropping 8 spots after a 22-point victory on the road against Sunbelt Power Georgia State. Explain yourself or explain your colleagues. Who's responsible for this? Give me a name and a social security number.
Yeah. I would call Jack Crosby. I'm gonna send you his contact right now.
I know how to get in touch with him.
Yeah, you do know Jack, don't you? You probably know Jack just as well as I do. I thought it was unwarranted as well for them to drop. Why are you dropping after you win a game? But I will say, not everybody, Gary, everybody on our team votes on this, but not everybody ranks all 136. So I started, 5-6 years ago ranking all 136, and then I was like, I do not want to spend all day on Sunday ranking 136 teams, because let me tell you, that takes a long time. You know this. You rank 25 basketball teams almost every day. That's a lot. Can you imagine doing 136? So I just do 30. And if I were doing 136, I'd have Memphis at like 37 or 38.
Tell me how you got your bosses to agree to allow you to stop ranking so much stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you do it, the page view numbers are through the roof because you're Gary freaking Parrish.
Yes.
I'm Cobb. I don't have the same pool that you do.
Yeah, I don't know if that's any of that's true, but I'm looking forward to ranking basketball teams every single morning of the season starting in November again. Hey, in all seriousness about Memphis, they are 2-0. Big game at Troy coming up this weekend. After that, Arkansas at Simmons Bank. I've seen smarter people than I suggest that the American champion is going to make the college football playoff, and the schedule is advantageous for Memphis. South Florida's got to come here. Tulane's got to come here. How realistic is it right now to start daydreaming about the possibility of the Tigers actually being in that playoff?
Well, sure. I mean, it is feasible. It is realistic. Everybody right now wants to crown South Florida, and understandably so. They started off with wins over Boise State and Florida. They get another chance against Miami this week to prove their bona fides. But at the end of the day, they still probably have to win the American to get that CFP spot. I guess it's feasible that they could beat Miami and be 12-0 and then go to the American championship game and lose and then somehow still get in as an at-large. But yeah, I think I'd say a 75% chance that the winner of the American is going to be your college football playoff representative. And frankly, I still think there's a number of teams that could win the American. South Florida obviously has been the most noteworthy team from that league so far, but Memphis looks good. Navy is always going to be there. Tulane has looked good. So, I mean, we all wanted to write off Army after they lost to Tarleton State, but then they turned around and beat Kansas State. So, make sense of that. But yeah, there's 4 or 5 teams at least out of that conference that still have a shot at it, and obviously Memphis is among them.
South Florida gets to this place. Now they are 2-0, heading to Miami. It's a matchup of top 20 teams, but the point spread is pretty big. Hurricanes minus 18.5. Is this where that, I don't know if it's a storybook season, but there seems to be something happening at South Florida. They've got a coach people believe in, a program that has been re-energized, but obviously this is a tough task. Starting 2-0 was improbable, 3-0 even more so.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at a really, really good Miami team here that if they weren't going to take South Florida seriously before, they certainly will now after what South Florida did in the first couple of weeks. And, honestly, Florida did itself no favors in that loss against South Florida. I mean, that's the other side of the coin because obviously all the credit in the world to South Florida for going into the swamp and coming out of there with a win. But if Billy Napier doesn't coach so scared and actually goes for it on a couple of these 4th downs and instead of kicking field goals, instead of punting, and if they don't commit boneheaded penalties with the game on the line in the 4th quarter, going and spitting in someone's face, how many more times do we have to see that spitting in someone's face doesn't lead to good outcomes before people stop doing it? Because it seems like a little bit of an epidemic going on right now. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be really difficult for South Florida to 3 weeks in a row go out and beat a ranked opponent, 2nd week in a row being on the road against a Power 4 type of team. But I will say this, man, they got a legitimate quarterback. I mean, Byron Brown, you just didn't know because he was coming off of a leg injury, and he's the guy that uses his legs a lot. And all right, so is he going to be 100%? Is he going to be able to have that same juice that he had before? And let me tell you, I mean, yes, he absolutely does. And he's going to be a handful for that Miami defense.
Coaches have all these little sayings. Most of them come and go. There's one that's always stuck with me because it's simple and true, and I think can be effective at making a pretty clear point. And it's some version of this: you never want to lose a game you're supposed to win before you play a game you're supposed to lose, because that's how you end up with losing streaks, and that's how you end up with your career in the hot seat conversation. And obviously I'm bringing that up in response to you bringing up Billy Napier. They're supposed to beat South Florida at Florida. They lose it 18-16, and now you got to go to 3rd-ranked LSU. After that, it's at 5th-ranked Miami. After that, it's at home against Texas. After that, it's at Texas A&M. After that, it's a Mississippi State team that just beat top 15 Arizona State. This is about to get real bad for Billy Napier. Is he going to survive this?
Yeah, I think it's about time to start calling the boosters and getting some checks mailed to the Florida Athletic Association, because we've seen enough now. This is year 4 for Billy Napier, and the results have been pretty poor. Now, I will say, like, you run through that schedule, they had the same type of schedule last year, maybe even more difficult. So, I mean, that's a part of your evaluation is the fact that 2 years running now, Florida's played the toughest schedule in all of college football. But at the same time, you can't lose at home to a G5 opponent, coaching scared. And it's like Billy Napier has clung to that play sheet so hard that his knuckles are white, and he will not give up the play calling when it continues to produce substandard results. I mean, we see it around college football now. Some of these guys who made their name as an offensive coordinator are giving up play calling to become more like CEOs. That's what Ryan Day did last season, and it won him a national title. Billy Napier hasn't done that. I think he's got the ingredients of a good CEO. I think he's a good recruiter. I think he picked up some things working under Nick Saban back in the day, and he was a good head coach at Louisiana. I don't think he's a bad coach. I just think he's overwhelmed, and the thing that he won't let go of, which is play calling, he's not doing very well. I mean, it's one thing if you're thriving as a play caller, you're putting up 500 yards of offense per game, and then some of the other elements of your program are suffering a little bit. But what's happened here is that he won't let go of the play calling, and he's not even that good at it. So it's, that offense just way out of sync, and part of that's due to DJ Lagway being unhealthy for spring and fall camp. But it's just this thing has run its course at Florida.
Let's talk Texas and Arch Manning. Like 2 weeks ago, he was the second coming of everything. Then he didn't perform so well at Ohio State. They take a loss. He bounces back, gets some touchdowns. Texas gets the record even at 1-1. Yesterday, weird scene. Steve Sarkisian is asked about video that seems to suggest that Arch might be in some pain while throwing the ball. He snaps back at the reporter, questions, have you talked to Arch about it? And then makes some odd comment about, I don't watch you guys when you use the bathroom, so I don't know what kind of facial expressions you make when you're doing that, seemingly implying that just because you see Arch make certain expressions doesn't necessarily mean anything. Again, just bizarre. What did you make of that whole thing?
Yeah, it was awfully terse and defensive if there was nothing to be defensive about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen the video, you know what that reporter was getting at. Like, he looks to be in pain when he throws the football. Now, I realize some people have gone back in the archives and found photos of Arch Manning from high school and from last season appearing to grimace as he throws the football. But it looks, I think what it is, it's not just the facial expressions, it's also the poor throws. I mean, he's missing open receivers. The box score for Texas San Jose State is very deceiving. You look at 38-7 and you see Arch Manning with 4 touchdowns and you think, okay, Texas is back on track. But in all reality, outside of a 6-minute stretch where they basically scored all of their touchdowns, Texas was sputtering again offensively, and Arch Manning still didn't look great. And there's got to be an explanation for that, right? Like, people are looking for the answers. Why is Arch Manning not what we thought he was going to be? And that reporter is serving up Steve Sarkisian with an excuse and with something else to blame, other than, hey, maybe Arch just isn't as good as we thought he would be. Because surely that's not the answer, right? It's got to be an injury or something.
But it might be he's not as good as – I think it's pretty clear at this point he's not as good as we thought. Like, I don't even think that's arguable right now. He's clearly not – he was the Heisman Trophy favorite 2 weeks ago. He's clearly not that. So he's not as good as we thought. How good is he? What's reality for Arch Manning at Texas?
Well, it's also – I don't know that their receiving core is as good as we thought it was going to be. That offensive line is kind of trying to find itself right now. So it's kind of Texas as a whole rather than just Arch. But you kind of thought Arch, he's this guy that can overcome the deficiencies around him, be a playmaker with his legs, throw his guys open, use the masterful Manning command of the offense to sort of turn all these other factors in Texas's favor, when in reality it's like, oh man, this is not a quarterback that has the ability to take a B-level supporting cast and turn it into an A-plus offense. So, I don't think Arch Manning is bad. He's just clearly not as much of a game changer as we thought he was going to be. And that's, I think it's taking us all. I think this is one of the top storylines of this college football season so far. I mean, it's Alabama's still with their week 1 loss to Florida State. Those two things still stick out to me as the preeminent storylines, and they both really impact the SEC. And you look around the league and it's like, all right, well, who's your dominant team? I mean, maybe Georgia goes into Neyland this week and proves to be that, but they haven't looked great. So, one of the biggest questions I have right now is who's going to emerge from the pack in the SEC and be that dominant team, the team that can end the Big Ten streak of 2 straight national titles. We thought it might be Texas, but we need to see a whole lot more from Arch if that's going to be true.
You mentioned Alabama. Obviously, it's long been stated that it's very difficult to follow a legend in college athletics. Kalen DeBoer decided to give it a shot. To date, not going so well. I have a theory that isn't, 100% true, but I think it's largely true that once the fans are out on you to this degree, particularly when you're following somebody that had an unprecedented level of success for so long, it becomes incredibly difficult to pull out of it. I'm not saying Kalen DeBoer can't, but I would probably bet against it just based on history. Where's your confidence level on him being able to stabilize this program and get his career back on track? Because it's gotten sideways pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think the problem is that the locker room and the players start to listen, and you can't, maybe they don't intend to listen or intend to internalize the things that other people are saying about their coach and their program. But in this day and time, it's completely unavoidable. I mean, once that fan furor reaches a certain boiling point, then there's really no getting the locker room back. And that's the challenge that Kalen DeBoer faces right now. Because, I think he's a really good offensive tactician. I think they have really good offensive players. I think they have enough talent defensively to still recover from this and maybe make the college football playoff. But can you reach that potential and reach that goal when everybody around you is just telling you that you stink and telling you that your coach is no good? And that's the challenge that he faces. And it's something that he has never faced before, because he was great at Washington. And even if he hadn't been, their fan base, as great as it is, wouldn't have been yelling as loud as this Alabama fan base is yelling right now. And then prior to that, he was at Fresno State. He was coaching in the NAIA, right? So this is a new element, something he's never had to deal with before. And how does he get his team through it psychologically? That's the battle that Kalen DeBoer faces now. And we have nothing to look at, no track record to find on that to suggest that, either one way or the other, that he can get through this. So they have to beat Wisconsin this week. They need to beat Wisconsin convincingly. And then up next after a bye week is Georgia. And their season and his fate, I think, in large degree will hang on the outcome of that game.
So Mississippi State is in an interesting situation. Just got a big win at home over, at the time, 12th ranked Arizona State, 2-0. Next 2 games, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois. Barring a surprise, on September 27th, Mississippi State should be 4-0. hosting Tennessee down in Starkville, which would obviously be a massive event. What did you learn on Saturday? More about Mississippi State or more about Arizona State perhaps having some questions?
Yeah, so Arizona State definitely has some questions. I still think they could recover from a loss in Starkville and potentially even win the Big 12. I mean, that Big 12 is just so incredibly wide open, and nobody in that league has looked just absolutely awesome at this point. So, Arizona State, I kind of put them in a holding pattern. Sam Leavitt's got to get better, but he's got Jordan Tyson, one of the top wide receivers in college football, and then their running game was actually really good in the second half against Mississippi State. So, I still think there's a path forward for Arizona State from here. But for Mississippi State, it's a complete program-changing type of victory. I mean, they were 2-10 last season, very uncompetitive, still sort of trying to find their footing as a program after the passing of Mike Leach. And for that fan base and for that program, that was just a momentum building, kind of paradigm shifting sort of victory, because now all of a sudden you go out and beat the reigning Big 12 champions, a college football playoff team from a year ago. I think it gives you a lot of confidence to believe that, hey, yeah, we've got a grind ahead of us in the SEC, but we could pick off a couple of these teams. And you mentioned Tennessee. Jeff Lebby knows that Tennessee scheme quite well. He worked for Josh Heupel for quite a while. They're going to be well prepared to defend what Tennessee does, and that could absolutely be the next step. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that they could defend their home field yet again in that situation. So, they're not elite up front, but they're at least competitive up front. And that's the biggest difference I see with Mississippi State versus last season. They just didn't have the bodies on the lines of scrimmage to compete in the SEC. They at least have some big guys now, and that's going to allow them to stay in the hunt and stay in the mix into the second half of some of these games.
Last thing before I get you out of here, the most talked about professional athlete in America this morning is JJ McCarthy, who got his first career win last night with the Vikings. He was in college football not too long ago. You watched him win a national championship at Michigan. He went 15-0 that year, 12-1 as a starter the year before, 27-1 at Michigan. To date, I saw this on Twitter last night. Going back to high school as a starting quarterback, he's 64-3. You hear people talking about him after last night about, yeah, he can make the throws and, make plays with his legs and all that stuff, but there's a certain makeup to him. Like, this guy wins the way he carries himself. He's a natural leader. He says the right things. He acts the right way. People really are falling in love. I don't want to get hyperbolic on it, but perhaps I am. I want to ask you about your experiences with him in college. Was this his reputation? Was it like, that guy is made of the right stuff, somebody's getting something special here?
I know. I thought he was just in the right system because, Michigan had such an elite defense, two fantastic running backs. And it was basically, hey, JJ McCarthy, keep this thing on the rails. Be a game manager for us. He was such a 180 from the Joe Burrow, Mac Jones, 4,000-yard passers leading us to national titles era that it kind of changed college football in some ways when Michigan won that title with a game manager, a quarterback. So, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see a guy who could put a team on his back and lead them to a big win like that. And that wasn't necessarily my interpretation who JJ McCarthy could be. But clearly what he did last night indicates there's a whole lot more in that bag. He could be a franchise, type of player if he's able to string together performances like that. So no, he's exceeded my expectations to be quite honest.
That is David Cobb from CBS Sports. Make sure you're reading him, cbssports.com. He, of course, is on X. That's at David W. Cobb, is that correct?
That's correct.
At David W. Cobb, at David W. Cobb. You're the best, buddy. I always appreciate your time. I want you to deliver this message to Jack Crosby specifically. He needs to put respect on Ryan Silverfield's name. The Tigers are 2-0. They need to move up after double-digit victories, not down.
I'm going to message him on Slack right now.
All right. Tell him I said hello. I'll see you, buddy. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you for your time. That's David Cobb from CBS Sports. Big Bet Bennett, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Right now, I put it on the table. Give me Cam Ward. I'll give you JJ McCarthy. What you doing?
Oh, I have a Cam Ward jersey.
I understand. I knew that would factor into your
decision. What are we talking about?
I knew that would factor into your decision.
Jerseys ain't cheap, bro.
I understand.
I'm locked in.
You are locked in.
Yeah.
How many Titans jerseys do you think you own?
Well, let's see. 1, 2. I think I have 5. Yeah.
Run through them. Cam Ward. Let me try to guess what you have.
Yeah.
I think you got Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've got Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've got Steve McNair. I think you've got Eddie George.
No, I don't have an Eddie. I don't have Eddie.
You don't believe in Eddie George?
I don't. I just don't have his. I need one. I need an Eddie George jersey.
Yes. Jersey. I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, I got his bobblehead on the wall. Yeah.
I think you got a Frank Wycheck.
No, it's 2 quarterbacks.
I think you got you don't have a Will Levis, do you?
No, God, no. Are you kidding me?
You've got a Ryan Tannehill.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Before him.
Well, I've already said Air McNair.
It's 2 quarterbacks. After McNair, before Tannehill.
I don't think I can remember all these people.
Marcus Mariota.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And who's Rookie of the Year? Vince Young.
Vince Young!
Yeah.
That's a pretty good stable.
It's a replica, though.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind replicas.
Yeah.
I don't have any jerseys. I don't have a jersey of any kind.
I love a jersey.
I don't have any jersey of any kind. I don't have a Mets jersey. I don't have a Grizzlies jersey. I'm more of a jersey guy.
I love NFL jerseys. I mean, and I have a lot of basketball jerseys too, but and I don't really rock. Anybody's trying to see all that. You know what I mean? And I feel weird rocking it with the shirt underneath it. That is not I don't think that's a great move. So I just don't rock them that often. I mean, rock them like by the pool or like at the beach, something like that. But
so, we had like a giveaway thing last week, right? Yeah. We went downstairs and we got to go shopping for a minute. That was very nice, by the way. Mm-hmm. I mean, we went straight from Food Truck Friday to just walk downstairs and get some stuff.
That's cool.
Hey, we're appreciated around here.
I didn't know. I saw the email after it had happened.
Oh, Jenna. I was missing it too. Jenna,
the email came out like the day of. So
Bennett, you got to be on. You got to be on top.
Okay, that's on me. That's on me.
You.
Yeah,
that's on you.
Yeah.
So I went down there, and I texted my wife. I was like, "Hey, I'm just grabbing some stuff. If I was going to get you a shirt, like what size?" And she told me a size, and I said, "Okay." And then I grabbed it and I got the size and I took it home. And it's a sleeveless. It's like a jersey type thing, right? And I was like, here you go, Sweet Pea, happy birthday. And she was like, well, this is a men's size. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And she was like, well, I thought you meant women's sizes. And I was like, well, good Jesus, why is it?
Yeah, I mean, not to be...
It's the thought that counts, I thought.
Not to be chauvinistic, but like, don't we always speak in men's sizes? Like when we're...
I think we should.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we should.
Is that... I shouldn't have said that out loud.
No, I think our default terminology... No, you know what? I'm going to let you say that if you want to. I'm going to let you say that.
In shoes, I know we don't.
You can say it if you want to.
No. I'm just saying, like in shoes, I know we don't.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
But like when we're talking shirts, I think don't we speak in men's sizes typically?
I don't know. I just was like, I was in a hurry.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud.
I felt like I was under pressure, and I said, what size should I get this shirt? And she told me a size, and then she was like, but that's a men's size. And I was like, well, what do you think I was asking you? Like, what did you even think? If I was asking for a women's... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I got you.
Okay, here's the point. I was like, well, maybe it'll fit me. All right? I'll put it on. And so I put it on, and I was like, nope, I can't wear anything that doesn't have sleeves. I just don't think I could wear something that doesn't have sleeves.
I mean, I don't think I would walk up in here in a sleeveless shirt. Like, you know, I know...
Is that enough?
I know me and you kind of...
Is that enough for no sleeves?
Oh, I don't think that matters. I mean, I got little arms, and I'll rock no sleeve, but I don't think I'd wear it like on the show necessarily. Nobody wants to see that.
I wouldn't even consider wearing it on the show.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, could I wear it to baseball practice?
Yeah.
And I think, no, I ruled myself out. I said, no, you can't do that.
I do think just casually rocking sleeveless shirts is, I won't say weird. It's just,
do you have to?
It's not for me.
Do you have to shave your underarms if you wear a sleeveless shirt? How do you feel about shaved underarms?
Not good. It gets itchy if you do that.
You ever shave your underarms?
Not in maybe a decade.
I like it.
You do?
I like to
shave your underarms.
I will. I don't think I have lately, but I'll do it if I need to.
No.
And I don't even know why I would need to. I feel cleaner. Don't you feel cleaner? I mean, look at you. You got a whole underarm on your face.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You know.
You have an underarm on your face.
Yeah. I don't mind.
What you want on your face, I don't even want under my arms. Think about that for a second. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do with that shirt now. It doesn't fit my wife, and I'm not comfortable in it. You want it?
What size is it?
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll take it.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what
since I missed out.
Yeah, since you missed out. Anyway, Cam Ward or JJ McCarthy, who you want?
Cam.
All right.
JJ McCarthy has a better team around him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, JJ McCarthy has Justin Jefferson.
That's nice, isn't it?
You're right.
That'd be nice.
Like, give Cam Ward Justin Jefferson. Let's see what happens.
Well, I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you might rue the day. Pass it on JJ McCarthy. You might rue the day.
I don't think so.
It's possible you're going to rue the day.
I don't think so.
All right.
No.
All right. Big thanks to David Cobb for being here. When we come back, we now got a kickoff time for Memphis and Arkansas. Spoiler alert, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to do it early at Simmons Bank. We'll talk about it next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Who do you go to learn still? Like, who are you looking to for inspiration?
A couple years ago, I went and visited, even though he's younger than me, but we've got great admiration for one another. Went and visited Dan Lanning out at Oregon, right? A young head coach who's had some success. Mike Norvell may not have had the season he wanted in the past. We can still get on the phone and talk about things, right?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds. GBWR.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more. orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
It's official. Memphis, Arkansas is going to kick off at 11 a.m. Central 2 Saturdays from now. How do you feel about an 11 a.m. kick?
Oh, love it.
You love it, 11?
Oh, yeah, absolutely love it.
I gather most people aren't excited about 11 a.m. kicks. It cuts down on your tailgating time. Limits your tailgating time.
Okay, that's I can totally understand that too. I mean, as someone with kids, and you know this, like the earlier the better. Like it's for everything. Like if I want to take my kids to the game, 11 a.m., perfect. Let's go. It's the same with like birthday parties. Like nothing's worse than when somebody has a birthday party at 4 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, right?
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's the worst. Like let's knock this thing out. Let's go.
Let's get this done.
10 a.m. What time does the jump place open? Good. Let's get there right when it opens and knock this thing out.
I have a law.
Mm-hmm.
I have a law proposal for kids' birthday parties. Here's the proposal. Just like you said, we do them in the mornings, and everybody understands only one parent is required.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like
that's how we operate, man. We rotate. We got a rotation going.
And nobody,
I think I'm up next. Damn it.
It's hard to be up next.
Uh-huh.
And nobody's allowed to make you feel guilty for the husband or the wife not coming to the birthday party. Because here's the truth when it comes to birthday parties, and I say this as a father of 3 and as someone who actually puts on birthday parties myself.
Mm-hmm.
You care about your kid's birthday party.
That's right.
Nobody else does.
It's so true.
Nobody else cares about your stupid kid's stupid birthday party.
Well, that's a little aggressive, but yes, my kid's birthday party
means something
is
to you.
Extremely important to me and my family.
Right.
And I'm grateful for everyone that shows up.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be important to them.
Yeah, I'll show up for it. If you invite me, I'll show up, or Kelly will show up. But I don't think we should both have to. And we'll get you a present, and we'll mumble happy birthday. But we will not enjoy ourselves. Okay?
I don't know about that.
No, I'm not going to have a good time.
No, I will have a good time.
Mm-mm.
No, I have a good time.
Early in the morning, certainly not late afternoon. Let's get this over with so we can get on with our day. And only one parent is required. So, you're not allowed, you can't show up and I go, where's Kara? And you go, oh, well, she was busy today. And I go, I guess she didn't care about my kid's birthday.
Right.
We don't, none of that.
No.
It's like, hey, it's good to see you. You're doing your part. We don't need both parents here. We don't need to screw up 2 people's day. Let's screw up 1 person's day. How you feel about that?
I feel great about it. Yeah, I feel great about it. The last birthday party we went to, it was awesome. It was at this is how I want to do it. The way that they did this, I was like, yes, I want to do it like this. We went to Main Event, Main Event, like where there's all the video games and the bowling and all that kind of stuff. It's like a Dave and Buster's for kids. Yeah. And we get there and they're like, okay, here's your card to go play, and you just go and you play all the games and stuff, and then you have cake, and then it's over.
Get out of there.
It was so good. I was like, this is the most well-executed kid's birthday party I've been to in a long time.
In the door, out the door. How long are we talking about?
It was like an hour and a half.
Fine, I can deal with that.
It was like an hour of having fun playing. All the kids had their cards. They could go wherever they wanted, and then we did 30 minutes. We did the cake. We sang Happy Birthday. It was perfect.
How you feel about opening presents?
I don't want to do. We don't do it. I think that when I was a kid, like we opened our presents. Like, I think that has completely changed.
Let's get them out of there. Let's get them home.
Yeah. We don't open our because that can always set up for something uncomfortable.
Like somebody says, I don't like this.
Yeah,
and there's Judy
kids,
over there.
They're unfiltered.
Yeah, Judy just bought somebody some Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And then little Billy over here, he's like, I hate Play-Doh.
Or
now Judy's upset.
And you know what they say? I already have this.
I already have this.
Yeah. So
right?
Yeah, you don't want any of that. Just open the gifts at home.
Or is this all I got? You don't want to hear that.
No.
Is this all they got me?
Right.
You don't want to run into that.
Right.
I hate gift cards. You don't want to run into that.
No. Yeah, just take the gifts home.
Yeah,
That's
saves everybody time.
Yeah.
It avoids uncomfortable situations. I think we got it pretty much figured out.
I think so too.
I disagree with you slightly. I don't like 11 a.m. I think a good mid-afternoon is where we're at. I like a good 2:30.
The last one was good. The Chattanooga, that was 3:30.
Yeah,
that was good.
I felt like we got out there. We had enough time that day to get up and go do things on Saturday morning. Then leave the house around 11 or so. Get out there. We probably left the house around 11:30. Get out there, had multiple hours to eat, drink, hang out, talk. Comfortably got into the stadium in time for kickoff. And then we left early, but left in time. It was still daylight out, and we went downtown and got a nice dinner, and then had a nice dessert and had a whole day of it. And we got to really enjoy the day. I think you lose some of that if you have a night kickoff, and you lose some of that if you have an 11 a.m. kickoff. But that 2:30, that mid-afternoon kick,
pretty good.
Sweet spot.
Okay.
That's why I prefer all games to kick off. I wish everything started in the middle of the afternoon. But 11 a.m., we'll make do. Tigers, Razorbacks, 11 o'clock, 2 Saturdays from now.
Please don't slip up this weekend.
Do you see the numbers moving?
I am incredibly nervous about this
Memphis
game.
opened as a 6.5-point favorite. It's down to 4.5.
I am incredibly nervous about this game. I mean, I got to call it like it is, dude. A loss this weekend would wreck the season. I mean, it just would.
It wouldn't be great.
You can't lose Detroit. And again, I've been saying, we should have never been playing this game in the first place. And I think that everyone in charge now that had nothing to do with the scheduling of this game knows we're not doing back-to-back road games against Sunbelt teams ever again. Because it's just, come on.
It just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right, and it's such you're in such a tough
just
spot
feels like
for
we're doing
a
something.
letdown.
It just feels like we're doing something we're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, just go take care of business this weekend.
I don't like going to Sunbelt road games. All right, let's eliminate that going forward.
Yeah,
but
I would like to
take care of Troy this weekend, then beat up on the Razorbacks at 11 o'clock a week later.
Number 2.
Brian Dable, Giants coach, has made it official. Russell Wilson will remain QB1 after a uninspiring Week 1 performance. Jackson Dart remains sidelined, at least for now. Why are they holding Jackson Dart back in New York?
Because Brian Dable's trying to hold on to his job, and so he don't want to start a rookie.
No, you can't be on the hot seat.
Don't you think that's it?
Probably something. There's some
in his head. Russ is a vet. I know he didn't play well, but
he still gives us the best chance to win Sunday, and I need to win Sunday because if I don't win Sunday, I might be unemployed on Monday.
Yeah,
and Jackson Dart might be the future, but who gives me the best chance to win Sunday? They still believe that's Russell Wilson. Imagine having your job on the line, and the only thing possible that could save it is 36-year-old Russell Wilson.
Now, the other thing, is his job on the line? I feel like he's been on the hot seat for 3 years.
I can't believe he's still there.
I know. It's kind of surprising. So maybe he's not on the, maybe we don't know. Maybe they love him. But they haven't done anything to show that he can get it done there.
I would never want to end up, man, you don't ever want to wake up one day and the only thing standing between you and unemployment is a 36-year-old Russell Wilson.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Nobody needs that.
No, I don't think so.
When's the last time he was good? Was he respectable? I know it was a disaster in Denver. Remind me, was it respectable last year?
He and obviously it didn't happen, but what it has been is he's good for a little bit, but he just can't hold up like the whole. It just falls apart as the season goes along. Now it might just fall apart the whole season. Yeah. So we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I bet we'll see Jackson Dart this season, though. I would put money on that.
Oh, eventually Jackson Dart.
We will see Jackson Dart this season.
That's going to happen
just be patient.
Yeah, I'm going to be patient.
Number 3.
Man, Tyreek Hill's getting accused of some wild stuff.
Yeah.
His estranged wife has alleged in court filings that he committed domestic violence against her 8 different times. He's always committing something against somebody, isn't he?
Yeah. It hasn't been a good run.
I just feel like he's always getting accused of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hasn't been a good run for him. Yeah, not a good look.
The first incident, according to the woman, occurred in January 2024, and they've been regular occurrences since then. He, of course, is denying everything. But at some point, like every time I hear about Tyreek Hill, it's one of two things. Either he runs really fast or he just got into an altercation with somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, man, he really runs fast, and he might have beat up a kid. He was accused of that too.
Yeah,
child abuse. He was accused of child abuse.
I believe it was breaking his kid's arm. I believe he was accused of that. Yeah.
So he's accused of beating kids, accused of beating his wife. If you're Miami, what do you do about this?
I think that if they're going to be bad this season, which it's looking like,
how did this get to this spot? I mean, buddy.
I think, and we'll see. Like,
weren't they on? It felt like they were on the verge of something, and they got the cool little coach, and he dresses funny, and now it just looks like a mess.
So, I think that. Because you've heard rumblings all offseason about, does Mike McDaniel have that locker room still? And he clearly didn't have it in the first game this season. I think it's just, I do think the writing was kind of on the wall coming into this season. Like, I think people around that organization, the people that cover that organization, kind of had a feeling this might not go well coming into this year. I don't know if I don't know why.
You got a constantly concussed quarterback and a star receiver who keeps getting accused of beating people.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't know if Tua's a good NFL quarterback. I mean, he's clearly had good moments. Like, he's had great moments, but he looked horrible on Sunday. Again, and he said all the right things after the game. We'll see if they bounce back, but it was rough.
Tyreek Hill is one of those types of athletes that breaks through the iPad, is the way I describe it. Like, he reaches my kids.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to my kids about Tyreek Hill. They just are very aware of him. He's like, so much so that my middle guy's got a Tyreek Hill jersey.
Yeah.
And I remember we had a conversation about it before it was purchased. He was like, I want a Tyreek Hill jersey. And I was like, I don't think he's the best guy. And then I was like, but who is the best guy? And is this really where I want to start drawing moral lines and whatever? So I was like, here's your little Tyreek Hill jersey. Merry Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is what I was talking about. Like, you don't want your children looking up to terrible people. At least I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it just does seem like it's always something.
Always something.
Like, he's always in the news for something bad.
Always in the news for something ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll try to move him at some point this season, and we'll see if another team.
Wasn't he fighting on the sideline the other day too?
He was getting mad on the sidelines. I mean, obviously, a lot of people were speculating like he was with Kansas City at one point. The Chiefs do need a receiver, so is that something? Maybe something could get done there this season, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you got a little bit of a knucklehead rule running rampant there too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many knuckleheads you want at wide receiver? You got one dude serving a 6-game suspension right now.
Very true.
And then the other guy who could be served, like, this could lead to a suspension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depending on what happens, yeah.
The personal conduct policy or whatever, like, yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know if you want to get involved in that business, but he can run really fast.
He could. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if he still can.
Oh,
it's not like he had a good year last year.
Bennett said his best days are behind him.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't great last year.
Okay,
so we'll see.
All right. Well.
Number 4.
So you see the incident the other night with DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson and the fan, and then Lamar Jackson shoved the fan.
Rightfully so.
I think so.
Don't smack me in the head. I don't care that I'm wearing a helmet.
Yeah, don't hit me.
Don't touch me.
Announced subsequently, the fan has been banned not only from Buffalo Stadium, but every NFL stadium indefinitely.
Yeah.
You're not allowed back in a stadium anymore, buddy, because you don't know how to keep your hands off football players.
Yeah, so watching that video, so like, okay, you know, when a Packers wide receiver scores and they do the Lambeau leap, like everybody's like, yeah, and like smacking them on the helmet and stuff like that, right? But you're welcoming that.
You're putting yourself in a position to be smacked on the head.
Yeah, and it like you watch the video, the dudes hit him pretty hard. Like it doesn't really. Hopkins just walked past him. He didn't even think about it. He probably thought it was one of his teammates doing it. But yeah, Lamar grabbed him and shoved him back in his seat, and rightfully so.
I mean, if I were advising Lamar Jackson, I'd say, hey, I get it, but like we can't do that again. You know, and even Lamar Jackson said after the game, like I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, I'm gonna learn from this. But broadly speaking, yeah, like. You're here to watch these people. You're not here to touch them.
Mm-hmm.
And you think it's okay to hit him on the head because he's wearing a helmet? Like, you're still like putting your hands on people that you shouldn't have your hands on.
Right.
And just take this and play it out anywhere else. Like, tell me where it gets really uncomfortable. Okay, we can touch football players. Well, here's Kevin Durant. Can I touch Kevin Durant? Here's Asia Wilson. Can I touch Asia Wilson? Can I, as a man, 48 years old, like slap Asia Wilson on the back as she walks by me?
I'm going to say no.
I'd go viral and be everything.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So, like, we all know we're not putting, and I'm not trying to say football players in but I'm just like, the easy rule, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
I think they teach you that when you're a kid, don't they?
I think they do. Yeah, we're working on that one. Yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, they don't learn that one quick.
No, you got to instill that one.
You got to yell it into them.
Yeah. Well, my first guy was pretty good at it. This second one, something wrong with him. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's when you have two in close age, they will not be able to keep their hands off of each other.
Uh-huh.
Like my kids get into the back seat and immediately
and just start wrestling.
They buckle
fighting.
Up. They buckle up and then fight the whole drive. It's like this the whole drive.
Right.
Like they're just it's like they're phone booth fist fighting.
Uh-huh.
The whole drive. They don't know how to keep their hands to themselves.
No.
Got a little Tyreek Hill in them.
Maybe so.
Got a little Tyreek Hill in them.
Maybe
I
so.
think just you go to a sporting event. Here's what I would do. Here's what I do at sporting events.
Is that what you do?
Mm-hmm. And then when somebody gets close to me, you know what I do? Back up a little bit.
You can put your hand up for a high five.
No, see, I don't even think you could do that.
No,
because you don't want to get.
You never want that.
You can't do it.
You never want that.
There's nothing we were sitting courtside. Ja dunks. You're like fist bump Ja, and he just ignores you, and now you're the idiot on camera getting ignored by Ja Morant.
I'm
Can't do that.
living proof of that. I'm living proof. When Raw came here years ago,
You got rejected.
Dude, I got some good. I got hooked up. I got the hookup. Okay, I didn't buy these with my own money, but we were front row. It was one of the coolest experiences ever. And this is on national TV, bro. And Finn Balor comes out to the ring, and that was like, I don't remember what like faction he was in or whatever. But Finn Balor did like the two. At some point, he did the too sweet thing. You know, the sweet. Yeah. That Big Daddy Cool used to do.
And you try to get involved.
And I went back and watched it, and it is like more embarrassing than I even remember it in the moment. Like, I mean, it's just the camera's right on us. Finn Balor's walking by, and I'm like, "Yo, Finn!" And he just walks right past me. Just the most demoralizing. I'll never do it again. I'll never hold out my hand to dap up an athlete again in my life after that moment.
It's a tough spot. Now, you see athletes sometimes, they get, like at the free throw line, they'll hold out for a fist bump or handshake or something, and they'll get ignored. And I think this is a good makeup move. I like this. They'll fist bump themselves. It'll be like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just go. Boom, you let it go
I
right
like
there.
that too.
I like
That's pretty
that.
funny.
It looks like, all right, I got this under control. I don't need you. I can get out of this just by doing this. That's a nice recovery.
Yes.
But I think it's safer just to keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, I'll never go out for a high five ever again. After that,
you were traumatized.
I still think about it to this day. It's the first thing that popped in my mind when you said that.
You think Finn Balor still thinks about it?
I don't think he even knows I exist.
Oh, man. That's tough when you have to come to terms with the fact that Finn Balor might not know who you are.
Yeah.
Woo.
And I'm a fan. I like Finn. Yeah.
He's got good abs.
He does have good abs. But that one hurt.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
I've recovered, kind of.
But I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Number 5.
Got a new trailer for Song Sung Blue. You're familiar with Song Sung Blue?
Yes. Okay.
Are you fired up?
I knew about this because it's the new Craig Brewer movie.
Yes.
Memphian.
Of course.
Hustle and Flow
Yes,
fame.
of course.
Black Snake Moan. Footloose. I mean, he's done a bunch of great movies. Dolomite's My Name.
He's a star.
He's a freaking star. And when he was in here with Vernon, I guess it was maybe last year, he was promoting the Fight Night series that he did, or the limited series that he did on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I guess I can say this now. None of this was done yet, but off air, he was like, I think I got something cool in the works with Hugh Jackman, and I'm really excited about it. And it's sure enough,
here it is.
Yeah.
So it's called Song Sung Blue. And it's an upcoming American biographical musical drama film written, co-produced, and directed by Craig Brewer. The film follows the true story of Milwaukee couple Mike and Claire Sardinia, down on their luck musicians who become local icons by performing as the Neil Diamond tribute band Lightning and Thunder. There apparently was a documentary about this, and now Craig is taking it and turning it into a major motion picture. Starring, A-list people. Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson have been in huge
That's awesome.
movies.
Yeah.
Michael Imperioli, famous mostly from Sopranos.
Love him.
Yes. Jim Belushi in it. And it's opening Christmas, which you know more about movies than I do. That's a great sign, right?
Yeah, and I think the thing that's cool about it too is it's like just from watching the trailer, and everyone should go watch the trailer, by the way, because go to YouTube, watch the trailer for this movie, because it's Song Sung Blue is what it's called. Studios, that's become it didn't used to be a thing. Now, how many views your trailer gets before, when you first put it out, that's a big deal for studios. So go run up the views on that trailer today.
Yes, support it.
Yeah. But where was I going with this?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah. Christmas. It looks like a feel-good movie. Christmas time, big-time actors. I think we might have a hit on our hands.
We might have a hit on our hands.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
think
doing
this
Christmas
one's got
Day.
potential.
I love Craig Brewer.
I do too, man.
I just love how all of this has happened for him.
Uh-huh.
And, Hustle and Flow happens, and that's a thing. And then you wonder, okay, where does it go from here? And he's just gotten to do one big thing after another.
Yeah.
And he's done well with them. And, still reps Memphis and, loves Memphis. And, he spends a lot of time outside of Memphis.
Yeah, man, he's got an office here, yes.
Well, is it just, a week or two ago, he was taking the train. He was in New York, and he was taking the 7 train out to Citi Field. And he had a Mets hat on, and he was like, I don't think he's a Mets fan as much as he just likes going to Mets games when he's in New York. And somebody was like, one of my buddy Joey got in there and was like, you should, connect with GP. And he was like, I'd love to. And so I'm going to connect with I'm going to connect with Craig. I would love to. I just like him. I genuinely just like him.
He's a good guy.
And to see him have all of this success and I can remember talking to him during Hustle and Flow. And if I bumped into him tomorrow, he feels like the same type, the same guy, and his whole world has expanded into this. He's made it. You get into you try to become a filmmaker, good luck. He's made it in a real significant way, and yet still seems like every time I bumped into him or had a conversation with him, it just feels like I'm talking to the same guy. The first time I ever met him was even before Hustle and Flow. It was at the High Tone. He was at a Lucero show or something. And my old roommate Corey was like, "Hey, you know Craig?" And I was like, I didn't know who he was. And I think he had done The Poor and the Hungry by now, but it was like that was like a small thing that had gotten him some notoriety, but it was like not a thing like you were just going to necessarily know about it. But I just remember meeting him and being like, yeah, he did Poor and the Hungry and like filmmaker and got big things come, And I was like, oh, good to see you, and good luck with everything. You never know. I just remember having that moment, and then it just, and now he's got a Christmas movie. Just having a film come out on Christmas is a huge deal.
Yeah,
I'm fired up.
I'm excited too, man.
Song Sung Blue.
Go
the new
watch the trailer.
It's on YouTube. Search for it. Watch it 50,000 times so that we can get the views up.
Yep.
Be back with GP's Carryout.
Why are you dressed like that, CJ? What the hell is wrong with you?
CJ, can you do some high knees?
Is that a towel he has tucked in his shorts? Why are we allowing this?
It's a towel.
Why are we allowing this?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
How did they sell you on Memphis?
I was really looking at the success that Memphis has, something I wanted to be a part of, and then the reputation Coach Silverfield and Coach Cramsey had as an OC, the things that he was able to do with Seth and the things that he's done in his career. I felt like that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I felt myself being able to excel in his offense. And also, I looked at the weapons around and everybody I was going to be playing it with.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Parrish Show presented by Ortho South. And let me send a late happy birthday to Brian McMillan. It's late because his birthday was actually yesterday. I got a nice email from his daughter, Emmeline. And, I'm a little bit like you in the sense that I don't check my email as often as I probably should, Bennett. That's how you miss out on free Grizzlies gear.
That's correct.
So my apologies for not checking the email in advance of yesterday, which was Brian's actual birthday. But Brian's a guy, she said, hey, it's my dad's birthday, and she sent me a nice little email. And she said, my dad listens to your show, watches your show every day. It's what we listen to in the car. It's what plays during our dinner. And Brian's from Iowa, I believe Iowa. As I understand the story, because I've met him before, he, was a college basketball fan, listened to the Iowa College Basketball Podcast, which I host for CBS Sports, and was like, well, I kind of like listening to this guy talk. I gather he's got this other show in Memphis. I don't really care anything about Memphis never been to Memphis, but I'll just listen to that. And, and now they listen to this in Iowa. They have no connection here to this at all. But what's interesting is several years ago now at this point, I had gotten an email from him, and it was like, hey, I started listening to your show, and, college basketball fan, and listened to the Eye on College Basketball, and then started listening to the Memphis show. And then him and some friends came here.
Oh, sweet.
They wanted to visit Memphis. Really based off of, there's this show that this guy does from Memphis, and they came in town, and they went to a Grizzlies game and went to a Tigers game.
Awesome.
And I went and met them downtown. I think we had dinner maybe at Kooky Canuck, like right downtown, and just got to spend some time with them and everything, and it was delightful. And so I loved, I smile when I got this email from Emma Lynn. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing it, or is embarrassed that her dad might know that she randomly sent an email to, but what's like, as a father, that would be the sweetest thing in the world.
Yeah,
to
man.
think you're
Yes.
all you want is for your kids to,
like you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. On some level.
Yes.
And and to be thoughtful.
Yeah.
And here's Brian's daughter, being thoughtful and reaching out. And so happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for the note, Emma Lynn. And here's to a million more good ones. And feel free to mute it during dinner. I can't imagine having to listen to this nonsense while you're trying to have a nice meal with your family. So, you can mute it whenever you want, but I appreciate the note. Let's do GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Well, you see the story about the uptick in kickoff returns in week 1 relative to what we dealt with last year? Okay, here the data is in.
Okay.
A modest change to the NFL's kickoff rules made a massive impact on week 1, producing the highest single-week return rate in 15 years.
I guess I did kind of notice it.
You picked up on this.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it.
In the league's first slate of regular season games since the touchback was moved to the 35-yard line, teams returned 118 of 156 kickoffs for a 75.6 return rate. The last time the NFL had a higher return rate for a single week was week 17 of the 2010 season. It adds excitement to the game.
It does.
Does it?
Yep. I love a good kickoff return.
Bennett likes a good kickoff return.
Yeah.
Well, I got good news for you. Week 1 delivered 75% of kicks were returned. That's a good number for you.
Yeah.
It's the most since week 17, 2010. You're going to enjoy week 2, I think, Bennett.
What's today's biggest game?
I'm going to take you to the WNBA.
All right.
It's the Lynx and the Fever on ESPN 6:30 tip. The Lynx are a 1.5-point favorite on the road. The total is 163.5. The Fever, of course, will be without stars Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham.
So they have clinched. They are going to be in the postseason. Man, this one's interesting because obviously the Lynx are the best team in the league. But both these teams have locked in playoff spots. And I would guess this. No, I'll go. What's the line again?
1.5. Lynx are road favorites.
That's weird. I'll go Lynx, but I don't like it.
I think what the number is suggesting to us is the Fever, their heart's not in it anymore. They've lost their heart.
Who?
The Fever.
What? I don't understand.
They lost their heart. Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark. They don't have a heart anymore.
So they're like, it's basically a pick-em between them and the best team in the league. I would think that I would think Minnesota would be favored by more here. That's what I'm worried about.
Have you checked the status report?
Who's out?
Could be resting people.
Because we're getting ready for the postseason.
Bennett, I don't think you were prepared to make a pick here.
I really wasn't. And as I'm talking through it,
I don't think you're prepared to do this.
Give me listen, man, the backup's got to have championship pedigree too. Are we trying to win this thing or not?
Are we trying to win this thing or not? It's a fair question.
Give me the Lynx.
Bennett said he's laying 1.5 with the Lynx on the road. He's questioning the Fever's heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm questioning their heart. Okay. That's right.
What are we watching on TV?
Can I interest you in a Charlie Sheen documentary?
Maybe. I did watch a documentary last night.
What'd you watch?
Well, now I can't think of the name of it, but it's the catfish one. The one
You
that
finally got
everybody's
that one out.
I finally knocked it out.
Unknown number.
Unknown number, yes.
Isn't it crazy?
Man, it is infuriating, actually. Like, I don't. It's
spoiler alert.
No, don't, because people are still catching on to this.
You sure?
I really don't think you can spoil it. I don't think you should spoil it.
I think I can.
I'm not sure. Like Jess and CJ talked about it today, and they did not spoil.
I think I'm ready to spoil. I think I want to spoil. Should I spoil?
I don't know, man. This is
How
one
about
of
this?
those.
Here's what I'll say. I'm gonna. The person who is responsible for this,
yes,
is absolutely insane.
Yes, and everything that person says when the reveal happens to try to justify
makes that
it,
person sound crazier.
And all of it, I'm just sitting there like that. She is lying. They're lying.
He did
yes,
it.
I know. I know.
He did it. He spoiled.
I didn't buy any of the excuses. None of it.
There are no excuses other than you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. I mean, I have my theory to why that person did it, but none of the excuses. I ain't buying one of them. No.
Cuckoo.
Yes.
For Cocoa Puffs. That is one. Think about this for a second, because this is the type of thought that went through my head as I was watching this. Can we talk about it or not?
I don't know, man. Everyone, the chat's saying give it more time because it is one of those that's like really starting to catch on. I feel like it took a second for people to be like, okay, I'll watch it. Like it took me a second to be like, okay, I'll watch it.
Okay, I won't spoil it.
By week's end, we're spoiling.
I'm ready to spoil right now. And then I'll tell you later on what I was thinking. But bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Bananas crazy.
Yeah.
Like no matter what you think of this person, heading into like let's say this person was a person in your real life, like in your world.
Mm-hmm.
You would just, even if you were like, I love this person and I think they're the best person in the world, you would have to just like, but you're eliminated from my life. You are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't care. There is no amount of positive things connected to you that will overwhelm the fact that you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I can't have you anywhere connected to my life. You are too crazy. That's where I would get with that.
Yeah.
And isn't that a weird place to get? Like this is a person who was a normal person in other people's eyes for the most part. Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in another documentary?
Sure.
Charlie Sheen. Comes out tomorrow. So like tonight, late, on Netflix. Have you seen any of the previews?
No, I saw him and Denise like had a red carpet reunion recently.
He seems to be doing well.
Yeah, yeah.
He's acknowledged that he is.
I mean, what else can you be besides self-deprecating at this point in your life?
But like a totally different guy, it appears. Like
it does seem like it.
He's sober. And he said celibate.
Man, good for him.
He said he's been celibate for like 8 years. Sober and trying to rebuild his life. For people who are unfamiliar, he was a massive movie star and television star, and at one point was the highest paid television star in the world, right? But like wild, like drug problems, in and out of rehab. Like I think he's been in rehab 7 times.
Yeah,
had the
prostitutes, all of it,
the whole thing. I mean, I heard him telling a story on Howard Stern one time, like a million years ago, and they were talking about the drug use. And Howard asked him so when did you know you needed help the first time? He said, we're in a party, Hollywood Hills, one of those types of parties. And, there's coke everywhere and it's that party. And he said, I was coming out of a bathroom. I don't know, this is some version of this. It's like I'm walking out of a bathroom and a guy pulls me aside and says, "Hey man, you need to slow down. Like you need to get a hold of yourself. Like, you need to seems like you need to slow down a little bit." And Howard's like, "Oh really? Who was that?" Slash from Guns N' Roses. He was like, when Slash from Guns N' Roses in prime Slash Guns N' Roses years tells you, "Yo man, you all right?" It's like, yeah, I might need to get some help. So he goes through this spell where the drug use intensified to a place where he was on a hit television show on CBS, and they had to fire him. He was calling out CBS, calling out his bosses, talking about tiger blood and all
while that show was at the peak,
and he was bananas. And you look back on it now, and even he looks back on it now, and he's like, I don't even recognize that person, and it's embarrassed. Like, what was I doing? What was I trying to gain? What was I trying to, I don't look back at that and laugh. I look back on that and, ugh, that's who I was. I had kids. And at that point in his life, he seemed like somebody who not only had a bad problem, but had no interest in trying to fix it either. And now here he is. I bet you hadn't even thought about him until this started getting promoted in recent weeks.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff.
He's just been off the radar, just living life pretty privately. According to him, sober, celibate, the whole deal. He is HIV positive. From years of, let's just say, reckless behavior. But that's another aspect of this documentary. He's acknowledged for the first time. He said he flipped the menu over. That was his way of saying he experimented with men as well as women. And the documentary it certainly created a lot of headlines.
Interesting.
And it seems to be like a self-reflection.
I've never heard that phrase in my life. Flip the menu.
That's what he
over.
said. That's his phrase, not mine.
I've never heard that.
He said he flipped the menu over.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes, I get it.
It's a lunch menu. Maybe I want breakfast today.
Gotcha.
So, looks interesting. It drops late tonight, early tomorrow. Charlie Sheen documentary. It'll be number one on Netflix by tomorrow night. I'm certain.
What's the best thing we've read?
Over at ESPN.com, they've got a piece up right now. It's a bracket. They're trying to figure out who's the most exciting player in Major League Baseball. So they built a bracket in the American League and in the National League. 32 players, 1 through 16. See if you can guess who's the number one seed in the National League. Who's the most exciting player in the National League, according to the ESPN baseball staff? We talk about him sometimes. He wears chains and he's got long hair.
I was going to say Ohtani, but I guess Acuna.
Well, okay, so Acuna's the 12th seed, which seems way low.
Yeah.
He's way more exciting than that, I think. Ellie De La Cruz.
Okay.
Ellie De La Cruz is the number one seed. Number two seed, Bryce Terang from Milwaukee. Couple of Mets in there, Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor. Paul Skeens is the 13th seed. Ohtani, the 5th seed. But just a neat little thing they put together, ESPN.com. If you want to run through it, you can. It's on the homepage right now.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's Wednesday. That means Chris Vernon. So he'll sit in studio with us. We'll chop it up with him. Be one day closer to another week of football.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Bennett's got all sorts of fantasy moves to make.
Yep, waiver Wednesday.
Is it waiver Wednesday?
Well, you got to put in your claims tonight.
How much time you think?
Typically,
how much time you think you spend on waiver Wednesday?
I haven't jumped in yet, but tonight I will. I'll spend a good 45 minutes on it. Yeah.
You ever feel stupid doing it?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
You know what?
I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
But that's, what? To each their own.
To each their own.
Yeah.
I feel stupid sometimes too.
Yeah.
Not for fantasy reasons, but others.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We all do things that make us feel stupid.
Yeah.
I watch wrestling probably more than I should.
Yeah.
We all got stupid stuff we do to waste time. I'm not going to hold that against you.
No.
Should be a fun show tomorrow. Looking forward to it already. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy mine. We'll meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.